The call was just made. Spec Miata are getting ready to go out on the track because these sessions come fast and furious. Only 5-minute breaks in between each of them. And this car, oh no, we're going full old school. It is an H-pattern gearbox, heeling and towing. A lot of these youngsters, I doubt, have driven a stick shift car before, so they'll be spaced out nice and evenly. And they did have Nate Cicero take out all 3 of the cars for shakedowns as well. They all have sticker Toyo tires on them. So once again, equal conditions, go out there, show us what you can do, but then come back into the garage and show us really what you can do. The green flag has just come out for the SMX session. So we have 3 drivers out on track, and keep an eye on those cars. Brianna Schubert is in car number 4. She is out of Pennsylvania, a Penn State grad. So for all of you fans out there of Penn State, she's one of those, a drag racer child. No, she didn't do drag racing, but her dad did. Elio Meza is in car number 5. He only started racing age 6. He's now the ripe old age of 15. And in the final car, Kamden Hibbitt out of Columbus, Ohio, a youngster who got his start doing quarter midget racing. He still spends a lot of time every week racing on the sim to try and get practice. And I was speaking to his dad a little bit earlier. Kamden loved NASCAR so much that he wanted to emulate the winning interviews. So at about the age of 5, his dad would set up a video camera and let Kamden do interviews to then watch back. So once he gets out of the car from on the racetrack, we're definitely going to have to grab a conversation with him and see if his interview practice paid off. But for now, getting ready for the 3rd session of the day for the MX5 Cup winner. We've given a lot of love today to the MX5 Cup competitors, but now it's time to move over into the SMX world. And Kamden, Hibbitt, you are somebody that our dear friend Brian Till said we need to come and talk to you. Now, you've been practicing interviews for your entire life, emulating the NASCAR interviews, but what's it like when all of a sudden Mazda gives you the opportunity to be in the spotlight?
Well, I kind of take it as more of it. All the Facebook stuff that we did for a while was kind of practice for hopefully getting to bigger steps and more opportunities like this. This is an incredible opportunity for Mazda, for all 12 of us here. I know most of the people here don't have the money to get to MX5 Cup on their own. And for Mazda to give drivers like me and everybody here this opportunity is incredible, and I definitely appreciate stuff like this because it's practice for if any of us are lucky enough to get to IMSA, stuff like that. You need to know how to do this, and I appreciate Mazda not only having the live stream this year, but just doing stuff like this and giving drivers like us this opportunity.
Now, you also practice a lot of racing at home. I read somewhere it's 10 to 15 hours a week you try and put in on the sim. How does that help you when you actually do get behind the wheel of the car?
Well, you know, stuff like this, it's a little bit different with not racing here. In the shootout, the sim is a little bit less valuable than in a race situation. I kind of learn more of the racecraft side through the simulator. It's hard to feel, you can't feel what you're feeling in the seat in the sim. With these cars, the power steering, it's basically like turning the force feedback in your wheel completely off. So it's kind of hard to learn, for me at least, how the car is going to drive through the sim. But for the 3 drivers that are going to get the scholarship by the end of tomorrow, it's great practice for these race type situations and learning how to play the draft and learning racecraft that people that either have limited time in karts or no time in karts road racing to get that practice with the road racecraft.
From the first session to the second session for you guys today, there's not a great deal of time to go over data or anything like that. So what do you think about in between the sessions to try and improve upon?
Yeah, we went over some video with coaches in between the two. The first session was more of like almost like a warm-up session, I'll call it. Get acclimated to the car, to the track. It's for me and some other drivers here, this is one of the biggest events of my life, and I'm not going to say pressure, but we're on a big stage here. So kind of that first session to get back in the mindset of, okay, we're going to go drive a race car, and it's just like any other weekend. I think for me, it's more of just that first session was get acclimated to everything, get back in the rhythm, and now we go push and try and find the time. Work on my braking because that needs a little bit of work. But for me, I'm really looking forward to the next session and then all of tomorrow to really go show what everybody has, and should be a fun end of the week.
Enjoy your second session today.
Thank you.
There you go, Brian. The Broy made you proud. We've been under a slight delay as there is a car change for the SMX competitors. One of the cars not quite up to the judges' standards as far as handling is concerned. So rather than try and chase a gremlin, they've decided to just go ahead and change out cars. That's why we have a spare. So while we've got a couple of minutes of downtime, I want to bring in Josh Smith because, Josh, these cars, this is your pride. SMX is your baby. What's it like to be here and see all of these potential drivers having their first go?
This is just a proud kind of father moment, right? So we've been involved with these cars all the way back to Playboy Cup, and we're looking for a way to bring them kind of back into the fold. You know, they left pro racing for a little while right after 15 when the ND took over for the Cup, and they kind of got put in mothballs. And SMX was an opportunity for us to bring this car to the grassroots level and develop a package around it that, you know, made it a little more attainable. But as you were saying, we found a little bit of an issue with the 4-car. Mostly was a time frame constraint. Couldn't get it fixed in 15 minutes, so we're just moving to the backup. I'm sure these guys will sort it out here with half an hour, but just to not hold up sessions and progress of the day, we figured make the move. It's easier fix today. So
What does this series look like for the 2024 season? What tracks are we going to? What kind of racing are we promoting?
So we're really going around with SCCA Hoosier Super Tour. So a lot of the major events, we start the year off in Sebring, January, first start of the year. So it goes to Road Atlanta, VIR, then it goes out west to Buttonwillow, I believe, and we're going to Howlett and NOLA, and Mid-Ohio is back on the schedule for this year. So it's also eligible for everything else within the SCCA's ranks, regional and majors, which really covers about every track in the country. I couldn't possibly list all those.
As far as budgets are concerned, I mean, MX5 Cup is about the most affordable that you can get, bang for your buck in terms of a racing weekend. But Spec MX5 is a level even below that as far as cost. What do you look for to try and lure people into this championship?
Tire limiting is one thing that really helps. So it's one set of tires for Super Tour weekends, so that helps cut cost. The Toyo tire has been great for durability for us and consistency across the board. So really we see the performance really plateau for the weekend, which is what we're looking for in a spec series. That also helps. Annual cost and maintenance on the cars is low due to we're not putting a super grippy non-DOT tire on the car, which starts to really prematurely wear out the car as from a suspension standpoint. Engine run hours, we're looking at about 100 hours before rebuilds, which is typically 2 to 3x over a lot of other competitive series. So cost-wise, these cars are easy to maintain. We really compare them very evenly to cost to even a Spec Miata, which we all know is very affordable as well. So,
as far as the drivers chosen to come and represent this weekend to try and become an official Mazda driver, you've got a lot of kids who have karting experience, maybe not a whole lot else than that. What is it that you try and look for within them to lure them into sports car racing?
Well, it's kind of that open opportunity of karts into cars. And for the longest time, that thought process was karters go open wheel. And we want to show them that the sports car realm has a lot to offer, not just within the Mazda fold, but obviously we'd love for them to look at Mazda, but just the opportunity from all of the OE manufacturers. Sports cars has got a lot to offer. So we're really looking for that base level of talent that comes out of karting and translates very well to a car.
Well, the last car has fired up, so we're about to have 3 SMX cars out on the track, which means that we are back to full track running. Good morning and welcome to day 2 of the Mazda Shootout for 2023. This is the day when it really counts because this is the day when people's lives are going to change. Behind me. Out on track right now, Kamden Hibbitt in car number 6 out of Columbus, Ohio. The young man who's more accustomed to racing quarter midgets, but has spent about 15 hours every week running on the sim to try and get ready for events just like this one. In car number Final session of the day, final session of the shootout is now rolling out of the garage. For the SMX, in car number 6, it is Kamden Hibbitt. Car number 5, which will be the last car to roll, Justin Ataconis. And in car number 4, which will be the next one to go, the blue with silver, that's Rafe Abduali. The driving portion of this event is now over. Actually, everything that the drivers have done up to this point, that's all put in one category, put aside, because now the power shifts to the judges. I feel like a reality show host saying that, but now it truly is in the hands of the people that Mazda have chosen to represent and to pick and to choose out the best person to win the scholarship for the 2024 season. One scholarship winner to go for the Wheelin MX5 Cup for 2024. Second place gets $75,000. The Women Initiative gets $75,000. And then on the SMX side, 3 scholarships becoming official Mazda drivers valued at $50,000 apiece. But those decisions will come at the hands of the judges. So thank you so much for joining us for the 2023 Mazda Shootout. I'm Shay Adam on behalf of Mazda. Wait a minute. We have to tell you who wins this thing, don't we? Come back to us. The decision will be live here on this channel at 3 o'clock this afternoon. We need to give the judges a little bit of time to make their decisions because the contestants certainly haven't made that easy. So for now, thanks for joining us. Come back in a little while for about our 15-minute trophy presentation where we do change people's lives. Welcome back, everyone. It is the prize-giving ceremony portion of the 2023 Mazda Shootout. And to get things kicked off, well, we're going to make you wait just another minute because I want to let everyone know all decisions are final. Once I read the last name, which will be our 2023 winner, that's effectively the end of the shootout. So please get your pictures and then go on off. We will contact you in the future if you have any questions about where your youngster should go next on the future path. There will be someone from Mazda reaching out to you, so please don't feel like you have to get that done today because we've all got flights to catch, let's be honest, or drives home. All right, so to get things kicked off, we are going to start with SMX. This was a very difficult deliberation. That being said, the decisions have been made. To present the awards, we've got 3 very important representatives with trophies and checks for y'all. So when I call your name, please come forward and wait before you start spraying the sparkling cider. You'll also get hats too. Yeah, Pete, I'm not forgetting about you. Our first winner, in no particular order, Ethan Jacobs. The check, the hat, and the plaque from Joshua Smith.
I'll get it.
Our second winner, again, in no particular order, Elio Meza. Jonathan Black getting the photo this time. And finally, our third winner, again, no particular order, Kamden Hibbitt. Get everyone back in there for a group photo. Congratulations again to these 3 young men who win effectively $50,000 to go racing next year in the Spec MX5 Championship. They get help, and the big thing, they are now official factory Mazda drivers. Congrats, guys.